No, you're good, Darryl. We appreciate you being on. We know this is a big sacrifice for you, and we were just talking about where everybody's at right now, and I'm anxious to hear from you. You know, you deal with clients all the time in teams. We're on what, day 24, right? Day 24. Yep, yep. We're trying to teach you right. So we're on day 24. Where do you typically see your clients and at this point in the program, you know, and how do you help people stay excited and focused when they're on that, like, that last corner, you know?
Well, you know, when you're getting to the end of the month, a lot of time for people in their program, the program is kind of at a point where the rubbers like hit the road. They realize that they're doing it. The habits are starting to kick in, but they're not quite there yet. We're starting to get some of the results. And I mean, I would just, you know, I would hope that you guys are starting to see some of the results and to benefit. You know, you release some weight, you release some fat, you're seeing your strength go up, your endurance and coordination is starting to improve. So that stuff in the gym is normally starting to get in sync and go pretty well. But what may be getting out of sync is your life, because now your workout regimen, you know, your meal plan, you know, prepping your meals, making sure you're prepared for the day is starting to become important to you because you are starting to see the benefits, but you still have your family and your life doing its thing over there. So your family and your life doesn't always keep up with what you're doing on your fitness side and in the gym. So that's when we always have to turn back, you know, to the mindset and back to that number one thing, because, you know, you got the kids pulling over here, you know, Mom, Dad, I want to do this. I want to do this. You're like, oh, I got to get to the gym. Or they're like, oh, come on. We want to have pizza night. We want to have taco night. We want to do this. You're like, oh, I got to stick to my meal plan. So what we have to do is go back to that mindset thing and always go back to, why are you doing this? You know, why are you doing this? So first you have to have that talk with yourself. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. And the reason I'm saying be brutally honest with yourself is because I've been talking about brutal honesty all week, and it's my thing right now. And what day is this? Tuesday? All week. You know what? My days, like, my life is like one big week, man. All the days run together. But what I mean by that is you have to, because stuff starts sneaking up on you. You're like, well, hey, you know what? I've been hitting the gym. You know, I've been sticking to my meal plan pretty good. I'll go ahead and go out and do that little pizza thing. I know we had tacos on, you know, Taco Tuesday, but it's Friday. The kids want pizza. I'm going to go ahead and have that pizza. That's where we have to start being careful, because you're not there yet. That habit is just starting to kick in. It's just starting to happen. Your metabolism is just starting to make that little switch. So now is when we really have to stay on the grind, and that's when you have to tell the family, hey, look, y'all, you know, Mommy and Daddy, we still have to keep doing what we're doing. Okay, so, you know, you guys, you can have that pizza, but we're not going to have that with you. And yet we still have to go to the gym. But what we're going to do something really special, because, you know, Dad's like, you know, we talked at the beginning of this, you know, and Dad told you, like, how important this goal is and how important this is for, you know, me to be in better shape and lose that little bit of weight, because then I can go play with you at the park a little bit more. We can play a little longer. We can play a little harder. Well, I'm not quite to that place yet. So I got to stay on this, and I really need your support. So that's when you really want to start, you know, employing your family, employing the people around you, you know, using your community, you know, using this group. Like I told you guys at the beginning, the most powerful thing you have is this group. So first of all, you have to take control and accountability of yourself. Okay, and then once you do that, then you have to employ the other people to support and help you, because no one's really going to chase you and make you do it. And if they're having to chase you to make you do it, that's only going to last for so long. So we always got to go back to ourselves, dig back in. Why am I doing this? And I have to have this conversation with, you know, my clients a lot, you know, at the end of their first month, because they're like, wow, I feel great. I'm getting results. But now is like when the coaching kicks in, because they start giving me all these issues that have like kind of been happening over the other weeks. So again, that's it. I mean, this is where we have to really start remembering, this is why I'm doing it. This is, you know, what my goal is. And I kind of went back to the sheet for you guys, and I think I went over this with you guys at first, you know. So, you know, your week 3, week 4, remember what your goal was. Stick to the plan that we set in week number 1, and don't try to be committed. Be committed, okay? Don't try to be committed. Be committed. And I'm going to go off on a little tangent on that one real quick. So, and I got a meeting going on downstairs in my house, so they're probably like all like up listening right now, laughing. So anyway, so here's the deal. I talked about this yesterday on my live. It's like people are always like, oh man, I gotta get recommitted. I gotta commit. I gotta commit. I need to have discipline. Everybody's like, oh, I need to have discipline. My problem is discipline. That's why I'm not there. That's why I can't do it. That's why I'm missing my workouts. That's why I'm not sticking to my meal plan, because I need discipline. No, you have discipline. Everybody on this place, if you're alive, you have discipline. Okay, you have that discipline already. The problem is you need to discipline your discipline with the right stuff. The problem is you're disciplining the wrong stuff. So, you know, if you're disciplining missing workouts, not sticking to your meal plan and that kind of stuff, that's a discipline. That's your habit. That's a habit you've created, because all this stuff ain't nothing but about habits. This is all about habits. You create the right set of habits, you are going to get the right results every single time. But you got to do it long enough. So 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's not long enough. Don't break your habit at 3 or 4 weeks. Grind harder, man. Grind harder. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm always honest. I'm always honest with you guys. It's not easy. Okay? It's not easy. If anybody's telling you getting results and doing this stuff is easy, they're not telling you the truth. Okay? It's not easy. It's simple. Because I can give you simple guidelines. We give you simple guidelines on a sheet of paper. Eat like this, do this in the gym, and this is what you can expect. And 9.9 times out of 10, it works. Okay? So you have to follow it, and it works. So that's the big, big key. That's why I say it's simple. Okay? Get up in the morning. Drink your ionics. Wait 20 minutes. Blend up your shake. After that, have your coffee. Go do your thing for a couple hours. Have a half isogenics bar. Go another couple hours. Have your lunch. Go another couple hours. You like me? Have another cup of coffee. Have an e-shot. Hour after that, have another half of a bar. After that, have another shake. It's simple. There's simple steps to follow, but it's not easy because you have to discipline yourself to follow those steps. We also get at the point, you know, at this point into our program where we will start to fool ourselves. And the reason I say we start to fool ourselves, and it's great, it's like while I was walking up my stairs at my house, I'm like, man, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about because I didn't prepare anything. And look, I can't be quiet. So here's the deal. We have to have this stuff prepared, and we will do it. But because you've had this habit building for like 3 weeks, and 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you can't break it because it's not a habit yet, because you have your old habits lurking in the background. Your old habits are like back here behind this like little thing here, just like peeking their head up. And your old habits are waiting for you to slip. They're waiting for you to stop. They're waiting for you to not do what you're supposed to do. And the old habit is going to slip back in. And then the old habit slips back in for a day. Then it slips back in for 2 days. Then it slips back in for 3 days. Then it slips back in for 4 days. Next thing you know, you getting a call from Trisha. Hey, so what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay? You have to stay with it. That's the most important thing I can tell you at this point in the program. Stay with it with that same excitement, just like week one. You know, week one, man, you were excited. You know, you're like, man, I am going to freaking crush it. This program here, this is the program. Yeah, I know. I've done like 6 programs. I know I've done like 6 challenges. Never finished one, but this is the one right here. Okay, this is the one that I'm going to finish. Okay, now the reason you're going to finish it is because week 3, week 4, you're going to recommit yourself to your goals. You're going to go back to your list. So yeah, what was my goal? Okay, how close am I to that goal? What are my numbers? Okay, how clear can I get on where I'm going? Okay, let me check myself. Am I sticking to my plan? Let me go look at my Fitness Pal. Yep, my Fitness Pal looks good. I'm sticking to my plan. I got a good habit starting to build. No, I'm not trying to be committed, because when I try to be committed, I fail. Okay, you try to be committed, you're going to fail. You're not going to try, you're going to be committed, and you're going to discipline yourself to that commitment. So you're going to have to be comfortable being a little uncomfortable, but now it's going to start getting more comfortable. It's going to get a little more comfortable at this point to tell the kids, hey, y'all got to chill out a bit. You have to remember, use your accountability and your support. Okay, here's the other thing. You may be starting to feel a little bit deprived when you get around, you know, week 3, week 4. You're like, man, I'm like missing, you know, some stuff. There's some stuff that I want. So here's what I tell my clients. Okay, we're in, you know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We've been crushing. You know, we're sticking to the plan. We have good nutrition compliance. We have good exercise compliance. We go out, we do a refeed, or we have a free meal. I ask them, I say, if you could go eat anything in the world, you know, right now, what would that be? You won't believe how often I hear, oh my gosh, I'd have a hamburger and fries. I'm like, okay, you know what? Go get a good quality. Okay, I'm not talking Burger King, something like that. A good quality gourmet burger and fries, and enjoy it. Enjoy every bite. Do not look at it as a reward. Okay, look at it as part of your meal plan. It's a refeed. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, coming from me, do not ever tie a reward to food, because in my opinion, that would be like a person that's an alcoholic saying, you know what, I'm going to go 3 months without drinking. I'm heading right to the bar. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, when you refeed, okay, look at it as it's not a cheat meal. Take cheat meal out of your vocabulary. That's failure language. Okay, cheat meal is failure language, because the second cheat enters your brain, guilt enters the other side. Cheat meal, oh man, I'm guilty already. Okay, so then what do? You have the burger and fries, and then you go get some ice cream, and then you go get some pizza, then you go get some licorice, okay, and then you mess the whole thing up. So remember, you're going to go out, that thing that you've been feeling deprived from, you're just going to go have a little bit of it. It works good. It's going to work good on you psychologically, and it's not going to harm your body. I have people refeed that have like just nailed their program, that 2 days after their refeed, like, oh my God, I dropped 2 pounds. Okay, sometimes that does the body good. So you guys remember that. And I guess that's my 2 big lessons for tonight is, don't say you need discipline, because you already have discipline. You need to change what you're disciplined on, okay? And number 2, never tie cheating to your nutrition. Never put cheat together with meal. That should never happen. It's a refeed. It's a free meal. One of those, okay? You have to trust me on this. It works good psychologically, and this is all about mindset. Dump the junk, okay? Because we did that at first. The first week, we had a dump, a junk dump. We go through the house, throw out all the stuff, hide the kicks. We have stuff in there for our kids. I mean, you know, Heather and I mean, like, you know, this has been our lifestyle. Like, this is our lifestyle. What we done forever since the day we met. We had kids. You know what? Our kids had their little stuff that kids have. But, you know, you keep that stuff put away. So sometime you, at this point, you need to go through and, you know, dump the junk again. This is my favorite. So you should be thinking about this in your program all the time. You be the example. You should always be the example. Okay, so you're going somewhere, you're worried about, oh man, they're like going to have cookies out and cake out, and they're going to be eating all this stuff. You need to change up your attitude and be like, hey, I'm going in there, man. I'm taking my stuff with me. They need to eat like me. I'll tell somebody in a minute. They make, oh, don't you want one of these? I'm like, no, because you should probably be eating this. So, so change your mind. People, listen to me. 70% of our population is overweight. Okay, we don't need the CDC to tell us that. Go to the mall. Go to the grocery store. I do it all the time. I'll stand in the grocery store. I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Okay, there's only 7 of you guys, and I'm the 8th. Okay, so you have to remember, this is a society problem. Okay, we did this to ourselves. So we have to fix this ourselves. And for us to fix this, we have to take control. And how do we take control? It's like, oh, no, you're not supposed to have this. This is what you should be having because you're going to feel good. Oh, no, you know, you should be having this isogenic shake. Because isogenic shake is going to give you all the nutrition that you need, and you're going to feel awesome when you have this. Let me give you a little bit of a sample real quick. You know, take this. Oh, let me give you one of these bars. Take this. Take this sample. This is how you should be eating. So you got to remember, we should be telling people to do things like us instead of us being worried about going somewhere having to do stuff like them. Because I'll go places, I'll be like, you guys could jump on me and beat me up and you couldn't get me to eat that. So remember that. We have to be the example. We want to change this society. You guys, everybody here, we're the ones that's going to change society. The government ain't going to do it. Okay, the government ain't going to change our health. You know why? Because the government is getting paid by people that want to make us sick. See what I'm saying? The government is getting funded by the very people making the stuff that's making us sick. So they're not going to do stuff to get us healthy. We have to do that ourselves. You guys got me preaching in here. My wife's like, man, you were supposed to be a preacher. I don't know how you ended up a trainer. I'm like, that's kind of the same thing. So remember, now your exercise habit could be getting a little bit off because your life, is starting to sneak back in. So try to remember to exercise the same time every day if you can, because it starts building up this mindset, this physiology. I'm going to tell you another little thing that happens. When you exercise, your body produces endorphins. Endorphins they're like a drug. So endorphins release in your body basically when you're causing damage to your body. When you're weight training, man, you're hitting them weights and stuff, you're causing little micro tears in your muscle. So your body releases endorphins. It's kind of like your natural pain reliever, gives you a sense of well-being. So your body will start wanting those endorphins the same time every day. So let's give the body the endorphins the same time every day. Makes everything work a little smoother, makes your mood a little bit better. Remember, be prepared. You got to be prepared. You got to have your shakes with you, have your bars with you, have your meal with you. I hear people all the time talking about, and I hope I don't go against nobody here, I hear people all the time talk about, oh, don't meal prep, forget all that meal prep stuff. No, you better meal prep, because isogenics is not a liquid diet. Isogenics, you got to eat some food. Okay, you're eating about, depending on where your meal plan is, you could be eating 80% of your calories from food. So you better have the food prepared that you need, or you're going to get the food that's available. And finding good food is not easy. I mean, it is not easy. Let's see. Don't be looking at other people. Okay? Right now, you're like, oh my God, man, Sally crushed it, man. Oh, she lost 20 pounds this month. I only lost 8. I'm a loser. No, forget about Sally. You don't know nothing about Sally's life. You don't know what Sally was doing before she lost that weight. And that she may not lose another pound, and you may turn around and lose 10 the next month. So don't worry about Sally. Let's see. Remember, week 1, we talked about knowing what could potentially throw you off of your program, okay? Because everybody's been on a program, probably more than one, and everybody's had something happen, throws them off their program. Cheese knocked off the cracker, next thing you know, it's 3 years later, you're 40 pounds heavier, okay? So what you have to do is know that event. Think about it, okay? Just go, okay, what are those things that like will make me eat chocolate, wake up 3 days later? What are those things that will cause me to do this? Okay, know the trigger, know the event. Okay, and that's gonna help you be successful at this part of your program. Because if you're 3-4 weeks into your program and nothing's happened yet, it may happen before we get off this call, because it's coming. Okay, so you 3-4 weeks in, your cheese is like barely on your cracker. It's getting ready to get knocked off, so be ready for it. Don't let it affect your program. So here's my last 2, and I'm going to have to get back down to this little meeting. 2 big ones. You're doing everything else I talked about because that's how you love yourself. Okay? Loving yourself is not lip service. It's action. Okay? It is action. So all these things we talked about, remember, that is how you love yourself. This is how you treat yourself well. Telling people you're not gonna let them tell you that you're gonna put stuff in your body that makes you sick. You're not gonna let other people tell you what to do. That is love. It's like you love yourself enough to give yourself the best. So remember that. The other thing we do, because we're humans, I'm human too, we give ourselves grace. And we give ourselves grace because sometimes we knock our own cheese off the cracker. Okay? So when you do, don't fall into the guilt and beat yourself up. Be like, oh crap, it's Thursday. I got to restart again on Monday. No. It's Thursday, 10 o'clock in the morning. You couldn't make it past the bowl of M&Ms in the office. You ate 2 big handfuls. That does not destroy your week. You know what? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Lunch is at 12. You have your shake at 12. Slap yourself 5. Do your power move. Go on about your day. That brings me to the last one, which is becoming my mantra. If I find some skin somewhere left, I may tattoo it on me. Reset, restart, and do what? Do it better. Everybody say this with me. Reset, restart, and do it better. All right, you guys. That's it. That's all I got. I'm about out of time. Hope it's not a million questions, because I'm not going to have time to answer them now. But yeah, I can take like one or two questions, Trish, if there's something that stands out you want me to answer.
No, we've just been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of love for you right now. If anybody has a question, go ahead and unmute yourself right now, or just type it in. Darryl, like, you just speak our language. You know, one of the things that I noticed this week was I found a trigger and that's feeling strong, feeling good. And because you haven't formed a habit, you're weak to fall still, even though you feel so good in the moment. And so I love, love, love that you address that. I think it's really important. And it happens to me a lot. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any questions, Darryl. That was just spot on.
Okay. Well, I figure if I don't have any questions, I did a really bad job or I did a really good job. No, so I'm going to go with good. All right. Thank you guys very much. Much love. I think we have one more of these left next week, right?
That's right.
All right. I will see you guys next week. You guys have a wonderful night. I got to run.
Okay. We love you. Bye, Darryl.
Okay. Love you guys.
See you.
All right. We'll see you.